in progress video. I showed off working on this Hulk. He's close to done. I had a little issue happen with the paint. It's an odd little thing. It happens every now and then. It's annoying when it happens, but it's kind of give me an opportunity to address something I didn't like with using the 80th anniversary. This is the KO 80th anniversary Hulk body. When it was all together, the upper torso looked very squat. So you don't have any clearance between the upper torso and the lower torso. So I got experimenting. I was able to lengthen the torso by modifying the ball joint socket that the upper ball joint goes into. What I did, this one was a little more extreme. I used a push mold, made a mold of the outer diameter of the mold. You can see I got some epoxy in here right now. I reshaped it quite a bit using epoxy to make the shoulder for this where it rests into the waist piece. This is a little extensive on this one. I've been studying a little bit. I don't have to go this extreme. This was made a lot more gap on this one. But I'm going to do similar with the other one. This won't be as much. It'll just be add a little bit of clearance. And I can do this one with just my Dremel and some O-rings. And I'm going to fill in the bottom of the base where this is not a necessary step. It's just something I want to do where it's pushing against this lip here. Right now there's a little disc here that's notches in here, and this lip rests on this ledge. And there's a little shoulder piece right here that hits this right here. So I want to do all that. I want to cut this down. I took a Sharpie, but the thickness of the O-ring I want to use on the bottom, I'm just going to raise it up just that much. Then I'll eventually glue on the piece on the bottom. That's not necessary for this step right now. For the O-rings, I bought this set of variety pack of O-rings off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. I'm not associated links. It's just a good assortment to have. I've used quite a few. I got another pack upstairs. I'm going to use 2 sets of O-rings for this. I'm going to use a 7/16 by 5/8. I'm going to increase the top lip. That is a perfect size for that. Not really necessary, just makes it hold the ball joint a little more securely. And for the bottom, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch by 11/16. And these will slide right up over top. That'll make your new shoulder piece that sits on top of the waist. They're a little stiff right now. There we go. And that will sit like that. That raises up your socket. The thickness of that will allow a little more clearance. Less issues with paint rub. Look at this. This works with the KOs. Don't believe this will work with the 80th anniversary official ones because these are constructed differently. Okay, let's get started. So I took my marker and marked all around. That's about the thickness of that O-ring. You need to clearance this for the sits here and that socket there. It's you need a little shoulder piece to press against. That's what holds this socket in place. So we need to trim this down, allow the socket to go up. Here we go. There's a fairly fresh one. Okay, let's clean this up. Okay. You want to keep that lip even all the way around. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to switch to this sharp-edged barrel bit so I can have a nice clean edge all around. Let's do another test fit. Clean off our burrs. Okay. There we go. That one fits. That raises up the height of the torso. There we go. You see there's just a little extra gap. Allow for tolerances for articulation. And there is no gap over here. We got a little bit, just an extra bit of clearance on this side here. There. And just for good measure, I'm going to take the extra O-ring that I showed you. I want to rough up this top. That's not necessary. This is not a necessary step. I'm just doing it just for, so I want to do it. Same way with the O-ring. I want to rough it up. And we'll glue in place. And I'll put some glue on this bottom one too. We'll roll this down. Put a little bit of scuff on it. You can see there, I cut off the top part of the shoulder of this where it seats onto the here. Allows for more of the socket to stick up. And makes the torso a little bit longer. And I think actually helps with the proportions a little bit on that figure. And let's get the O-ring started. Let's use this to push it in place. That's a little tip too. You got some baking soda, put that on your glue, and it will works like a filler. Now let's glue the top one on. Alrighty, a little extra glue around the rim. Now, if it Instaset, there's a stuff called Instaset. It's great for making super glue set up instantly. I do have some of that, but I want to show the baking soda technique. In case you don't have access to Instaset, the baking soda works really good. Let's dry the touch now. We're going to do a quick little cleanup with the Dremel. Okay, doing a little extra cleanup with some sandpaper. Let's do a test fit to see how it all fits together. Get the desired results we wanted. Got the Okay. We have, there we go. Nice, secure, tight fit. Gives you extra clearance. Help keep paint rub from happening. One thing left to do now is apply some dull coat to the ab section and let it cure. And my Smart Hulk is done. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time.